welcome to the Saturn Podcast, and I'm joined here by Christian, and I'm the host, as always, and this is our third episode. We did two earlier, but so we couldn't have any during the break because I recorded one, like, the day after, like, the 18th, and the file got corrupted, so I couldn't use it. I hate when it does this.
Yeah.
But if you hear people around, it's because we're at some place doing the podcast.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's start with the news.
Well, I heard from my cousin that Disney owns 90% of all entertainment, but I don't think that's true because Universal Studios and Disney combined own 90%, but if you count every single YouTuber and
Every single, like, social media thing.
yeah, every single video.
But, alright, let's go to we're still staying at the news, but we're going into the certain part where, like, we heard about stuff that actually happened. So, a person in Utah, specifically in, southern Utah, I think, was doing caricature artist. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's like the drawings that try to impersonate people and it makes fun of them.
Oh yeah.
He stabbed a character artist stabbed his director with a pair of scissors.
Oh. Scissors. Ooh.
And I think one in the eye and one in the stomach.
Oh jeez. He's scissor assassin.
No wonder why I don't like caricature. Alright, so I have some on Reddit. So we're technically still at the news, but we're at the Reddit part. What was it? Alright, I have it saved. And that's good.
Yeah.
It's loading. Come on. Please.
So, what's our station, our YouTube channel called?
So, anyways, guys that are listening, we're gonna start a sketch channel, kind of how, like, Mega 64 does, like how they do video game sketches and public game experiments. And we might have it lasting until we die.
Yeah. So the first sketch will be of me because it's really funny and I could not stop laughing at it because I got really bored in the car and I was gonna start singing a song in slow-mo and do a whole bunch of weird pitches to, make it sound. I just wanted to see how it sounded in slow motion, but then I started coughing and it was hilarious.
Oh my god. But alright. So what? There was another one. Oh yeah, about PlayStation. This is why I always trust PlayStation, because, like, Steam, their customer service is bad. I'm just saying that they should fix that.
Yeah.
Microsoft just doesn't care about anybody. So
that's so true.
You guys probably know PlayStation was shut down for about 2 days, almost. It's because I think either Phantom Squad shut it down or they accidentally did something with the servers that they weren't supposed to do. So what happened was that after all that happened, PlayStation was like, guys, PlayStation Plus and stuff, you'll get a free month trial for it. because they did that, and that happened. Look, here's the thing about Microsoft. They don't care. Like, I've been a member for them for about, like, almost 10 years. And so what they did was that they just gave me a $5 code that I don't know. It was dumb. But anyways, but yeah, I like PlayStation mostly because of that.
I like Nintendo because they don't really go back on their offers. Like, they don't make you have to pay to keep playing, like what they did with, like, whoever it did, Destiny did.
The Taken King one.
Nintendo updates it for free and gives you new weapons.
Yeah,
stages.
that's what I like about Splatoon is that they add everything.
That game is so fun.
Every like month or two, they add something new, and this is why, like, they mostly like to do that because, like, if they're not satisfied, like within the first month, they'll keep adding updates, so like you get more maps, more weapons, and stuff. And that's mostly why I mostly stick with Nintendo because they're always great.
Yeah.
Well, besides the fact that the Wii just kind of got down in a couple years after it released.
Yeah. Also, kids, I know you're going to want to get the new Disney Infinity because there's Star Wars. Don't. You'll get into it because, it's Star Wars, but and then it'll seem so cool because it's infinite, but it's not. Like, Minecraft is way more infinite. What you can do
like
is
other games are like, let's say Gary's Mod, for example, you could get a lot of created user content. Like, here's the thing that I love about Steam. First of all, I'm staying with them because I've spent $250 worth of games on there, and plus another $100 worth of games, and on top of that on my other account. So here's the thing: is that like there are 2 games that I have on one account. That is Chivalry and Gary's Mod. You could get, like, what's great about it is that it's easier for people to create items and new maps and stuff by their own.
Yeah.
And you could get all of that within the Steam workshop.
Yeah. But, so, with Disney Infinity, like, I seriously have seen games
Oh my god, Disney Infinity and also Skylanders are a waste of money because you have to buy like a 3-pack of amiibo type figures are like more than $100.
Yeah.
Like, let's say the Splatoon 3-pack amiibo, they're really rare because people keep like stealing the trucks. Like full trucks of amiibos, and that's what's taking the stock down.
Yeah.
Like, gigantic trucks full of it.
Yeah. Well, Skylander is the one. I can see why people like it because it's really good for people that for kids that have really good imaginations because once they're done playing with it, they can then play with the Skylanders if they have a really good imagination. If you don't have a good imagination, it's not for you.
Alright. So, there's another study that I found. Since we usually talk about studies, and this is the news desk, but, so there was a study that found that school can actually stop people from having, let's say, a brighter imagination. And, like, I know it could help with education and whatnot, like, Like, let's say, for example, if you try to push them too hard, they won't try to do anything. But if you don't push them too hard, they're just gonna like sit around and do nothing.
Yeah.
But you gotta keep it at a moderate level.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that mostly schools should do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like the school that we're in now. I don't think that we should say the name on the show, but it's mostly like they're too involved with sports,
Yeah.
and like it's just crazy and whatever. But it's just that they're just trying to head forth with sports more than they have to do with the academic level of their.
Well, it has been improving.
Yeah.
Last year, it was awful. Like,
I heard about that. It was terrible.
They didn't really care about sports or the education. They just were like, let's add sodas to the drink machine and stuff. And it's like, come on, man, really? They're like too busy worrying about dress
sometimes
code.
when kids are stressed out and they need a break, they probably should get a soda or two. But it doesn't need to have like full-on extensions to it.
Yeah. And then also another study shows that the more recess time kids have at school, the better they do during school.
Because it gives them breaks.
Yeah,
and so they could relax. Because honestly, school is stressful, and people who are in school right now that are listening to this know that school is stressful because it's harder to do my homework when I'm like, oh my god, I'm like still really stressed out, even though I'm the type of person that is really stressed out all the time.
Yeah.
It gets to a point where it's just like, come on, you gotta give them breaks every once in a while.
Yeah.
Instead of just going like, boom, 5 minutes, 3 minutes actually, to class. And that didn't even give me enough time to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
To even barely get to class. And they should do pretty longer breaks.
Yeah, I remember in 7th grade, I was that kid that always had to go to the bathroom, like, constantly. Like, you knew when I was going to have to go and stuff, and then, but I couldn't go to the bathroom because I played the oboe, and I had...
Oh yeah, you still played the oboe.
Yeah, I still played the oboe. And I had to carry a whole bunch of stuff around, so by the time I got to my class, I'd have to, like, get down to the bathroom, probably not even let it all out, and then come back to class without enough time. So I always had to go to the bathroom, like, yeah. It was too much.
So, when I'm still playing the clarinet, but when last year, you know, like how the clarinet has like a lot of parts, so does the oboe, but like I think the clarinet has about the same amount of parts or whatever, but you gotta take off the bottom, you gotta take off the middle. It's like crazy on the parts. One time I was late because I was still putting it away, and in the middle of putting away my reed, the bell rang, and I was like, God, this.
Yeah, that I have the same problem with the oboe, and then I have to swab it and then take out the cork, which sometimes it's like taking off a pickle jar, but yeah.
The pickle jar lid.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I guess that's it for the news. Wow, already 14 minutes. We're still keeping this going, you know. But so
is it okay if I go back to the issue of Disney Infinity?
yeah.
Okay, so I got the 2.0 because I'm a big Marvel fan, like big, and so I got it because I thought that whenever you got something new, it would like update it to the game, but
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's already pre-downloaded. It takes up 21 gigabytes, and Nintendo they find out they make a way so that way they can squeeze a whole bunch of memory and data and stuff into one little bit. So that's a lot. I've literally seen games that have like those little small little extra things that have where you get to build your own level, like a small little thing that allow you
Yeah.
to be just as creative with that as Disney Infinity.
Wow. But okay. So one thing I got to talk about is that like how hard it is to store data and also like bits of code into game files with keeping a minimum of 1 gigabyte.
Yeah,
That is really hard
yeah,
for being an ex game developer. Yes, it is.
yeah. It is hard, but they they make you pay way too much for that much.
For
And
just like small little figures
yeah,
that you could barely use. And if you
yeah,
quit playing the game, whatever, you can't refund it.
yeah. And then, uh, um,
So like, okay, so Smash Bros. Amiibos
oh,
and also just regular Amiibos are just like spot on good because as soon as you put it in, it's saved onto there.
yeah.
And I guess that's time for it. See you guys in the next episode. This was cut off pretty short, but yeah, we'll have another one.